Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Halacha L'Yuna. I want to dedicate today's shiur to a very dear friend, Rabbi Yossi Lu. He should have it for Shlema. And before I begin, I want to share with you an amazing story with Rabbi Yossi Lu. As many of you know, Rabbi Lu is someone who keeps the takona of the Rebbe to learn Rambam every day. From the beginning, Tofshin Mem Daled, he never missed a day. So I left him a message. He still doesn't speak to people, but I left him a message. This is an amazing story. That's why I felt to share it today in the beginning of the class. I told him, Rabbi Yossi, you'd never missed a Ashir in Rambam from the beginning of the Takona. And even if you missed a couple of days when you were in the ICU, is this Eichnish? It doesn't mean missed. Because you're an onus, we know the gather of Einis and Alocha. Onus is Beseda. So he writes me back, he says, Mendy, I was in the ICU on Purim. I couldn't have Megillah. There was no one around me. No one was allowed next to me. But I had my Rambam. And it took me so long, but I said every word as long as it took me. Barely was able to say the words. Onus, shmonus, Rabbi Yossi. I wanted to be connected with the Rebbe. It's an amazing story. I felt to share it. So on the Rebbe to help Rabbi Yossi B'schus this takona that he keeps, that the Rebbe, the schus from the Rebbe, the miyasi that takona, the schus of the Rambam, he should take have it for Shlema and be better and healthier than before. We're going to go to Halacha L'Yuna today in the Rambam. It's amazing that you think the Rebbe's takona to learn Rambam and every day learn one Halacha L'Yuna. So we're already 40 machzerim. If every day you took another Halacha L'Yuna, you would cover so much. It's amazing, amazing. So we'll cover today Halacha the Rambam. The Rambam says in Peirik Daled Halacha Vov, Shotaf Nohor Zeiso. If a river, there was a tsunami of a river, and it took his olive trees, and put it into his friend's field. We don't have this because we don't have garden, we don't have fields, we don't have, but it could happen. The Omer Allah, the guy who lost his olive trees, comes to the field of his friend and says, this is mine. I am taking it. Have a good day. It's mine. There's a special takona of Yishuv Eretz Yisrael. And this takona says that you have to leave the Zeisim there. Because they wanted to make Yishuv Ha'aretz Eretz Yisrael should have a lot of trees. Elo Yamdu Bimkoimon. They should stay where they are. And there's a whole simin in Chodesh Mishpat on this halacha. Simin Kuf Samaches. And it's Muzber and the Nesekalim and the Semenim and the Shinoyim and others, that the person that wants his Zeisim back is going to go get other Zeisim and put it. But this guy is not going to replace the Zeisim. So Mishum Yishuv Ha'aretz is a special takona. There's a big shackle of Italia, if this is only in Eretz Yisrael or not, or also in other cities in Meshovim where Jews live. Like Bovel, Golos, they wanted it to be built up. It's a whole shak of Ataria. We're not going to get into this today. but there's adin in Yishuv Oretz. And then the Rambam says, Vim okron hanohor begusheyen. If the tsunami took the olive trees with earth at the bottom next to its roots, kisheshoslan yachleiku, then they should split the peiros, the owner of the field with the owner of the olives, kol sholishonim for 3 years. Ulachar sholishonim, after 3 years, hakila balasoda, everything goes to the owner of the field. Why for the first 3 years does the balazeisim get half of the fruit? It's explained in Pirush HaMishnayos La Rambam and a Mishnah of Metzia. The Rambam says like this. It's a fascinating halacha. It's brought out in the Gemara of Metzia, 2 Bariches. There's a fascinating halacha in Hilchos Orla, that if you take a fruit tree and you pluck it out from one field into another field, the clock starts ticking again, and you count Orla, because there was a new Maisa Hanatiyah. But if it was Bigusheyen, if it was with the earth, then there's Aloch in Hilchis Orlo that it's just a continuation of the previous Natiyah, and you don't need a whole new Shnei Orlo so you can eat it. It's Masbid the Rambam, why Yachleiku? It's not like normally we say Momin Amutul Besofik Chelkin. Sumcha says it. It's because they both deserve half of the fruit. Because without the gush of the Baal HaZeisim, the Baal HaSoda couldn't eat it for 3 years. So his gushim is allowing it to eat the fruit. So it's Zev Zeh Goydem. If it's Zev Zeh Goydem, they both should get half of the fruit. Im loy nekru begusheyen. If the Zeisim were not taken, they were just taken plain. Hakoil Baal HaKarka miyad. So the Gushim didn't do anything. There's Shnei Orla. So the Baal HaKarka gets everything. So everybody asks, on the Rambam, what do you mean the Baal HaKarka gets everything? There's nothing to get. The fruit are orla, it's also banoah the first 3 years. So they say pshat, what does it mean, hakel, Baal HaKarka? That if the tree gets stronger those years, the shvach ho'eitzim belong to the Baal HaKarka. The Ravid over here, the Ravid says, Omar Avraham. The Ravid says, wait a second, you have to pay. The Baal HaSoda gets to keep the Zeisim, but he has to pay as much as it costs in a nursery to buy these Zeisim. He must pay. Why should he get it for free? So what does it mean, Hakila Baal HaKarka? That he gets the hisofa of the tree becoming thicker. That's his. But for the actual Zeisim, he has to pay. Now, there are meforshim, the Kesef Mishnah, the Shulchan Aruch, and Simekuf Samachas, that learn pshat in the Rambam, that the Rambam is not arguing with the Rai, that he agrees you have to pay the Baal HaZeisim. He doesn't mention it. In the Lashon of the Kesef Mishnah, V'Rabbeinu Kitzer b'Muvon the Pshita Shitnu Nidmeitz V'Zen Nir L'Yisrael. Okay. There is a fascinating Lechem Mishnah. Mishnah L'Melech. The Mishnah L'Melech has a very novel pshat in the Rambam, but Medaf Hashtein the Mishnah L'Melech. The Mishnah L'Melech says like this, that Hakol L'Baal HaKarka Miyad, he doesn't have to pay him a penny. Why? Is the Gemara in Bava Metzia that we all know. If there was Aveda Bezuti Shel Yam Ubishlulusi Shel Nohor, even if the Baal Aveda screams, "I'm not miyaish," the tsunami took it, you lost it. You could scream from today to tomorrow, it's miyaish, you learn out from Psukim. So therefore, if there's no gushim, so it's a regular metaltalin. If it's regular metaltalin, it's you lost it. Thinking if there was gushim, sagt the Mishnah L'Melech, think if there was gushim, hotas adin from karka, and there's no yiush by karka, the mele, that's why he gets half. That's what the Mishnah Melech wants to learn. That's what Favshteim Pshat. Maybe someone give us a in the Mishnah Melech. The way he learns Pshat. Why is it a special takona Mishamisha V'Oretz? The Baal HaKarka against the Zeisim, that's a din me'ikri de milsa. So you could say Pshat in the Mishnah Melech. The takona is not by regular Zeisim. Takona is only by Zeisim with Gushehen, which then it's Alocha that has a din of Karka. And then it's the Alocha that still you're not allowed to take it. But if you say that karka, you're not allowed to take it, and as a loch of karka, then that's the takona. That would be a good answer for the Mishnah Melech. So why does he get it for 3 years? You could say that's the Geder Takona. The Geder Takona is that for 3 years, since his gushim helped so much the Bala Soda that I can have the fruit. So the Chatchila, when the Yeshua made the Takona, he said that in such a case, you could have it. You could have the karka for 3 years. You don't say since it's karka in an exelis, you should have it forever. For 3 years, they allowed him to have it. Could be that's how the Mishnah Melech learns Pshat in the Rambam. But he learns that it's a machlekes. Leidoch Gisse, darf man verstehen der Eivet. If the Eivet says, it's shot of nohor, so why would the Eivet say that you have to pay, the Shulchan Aruch passes that you have to pay for the Zeisim? Muss man sagen that they don't learn that this is a gather of shot of nohor. It's not a regular nohor. It's just the nohor. It's not the nohor took it away. The nohor pushed it over from one place to another place. So it doesn't have. So that's why the Raivet in the Shulchan Aruch, the Kesef Mishnah, learn that it is an aveda that has to be paid for. The takone is just not to pull it out. Al koponim, this is a little on the Rambam, the Mishnah Melech. God should give you a wonderful day, and we should continue being Mekayim, the Rebbe's takones, and learning more. V'Hashem yareinu niflois mitirose. Hashem will allow us to see more and more. Have a wonderful day.